All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Recently, all right, I'm pretty sure brothers have heard already about the the quote unquote attack on these oil tankers, or what they want to refer to it as. Okay, and you know, here it is. You have Trump. Okay, straight outright blaming Iran. All right, for the attack. Okay, and that's basically what this article is going into. However, all right, based on the way he's doing it, which there was an article that came out also. This one right here. All right, he says here Japanese tanker owner claims crew saw flying objects before attack, denies ship struck mine. And in this article, he tells you that this article basically what these Japanese were saying is that what Trump is saying is contradictory to the claim that the Japanese tanker owner is making about what his crew saw. Okay, they're saying how can the ship have struck a mine, but yet the crew saw flying objects, which they said it looked like bullets or something of that sort, like a projectile. Okay, so I might click on this article and after I read this first one right here. All right, but it says here just to get that point out. So it says Iran written all over it. Trump accuses Tehran of carrying out tanker attacks. U.S. President Donald Trump has accused Iran of being behind the recent attacks on oil tankers in the Gulf of Oman, claiming that the evidence points squarely towards Tehran. Speaking about the attacks on the Fox and Friends show on Friday morning, Trump said the evidence gathered by the U.S. about them has essentially got Iran written all over it. So at this point, he's not trying to hear no ifs, ands, or buts. Trump is just because, prior to this attack, this quote unquote attack, there was the tension between the U.S. and Iran just kept rising and rising and rising. Okay, so of course, if something like this were to happen, okay, so close to having Iran involved in it, what you think the U.S. is gonna be like? Oh nah, it wasn't them. No, there's a reason why Trump is saying, all right, or trying to push that blame and pin it on Iran. They're trying to demonize Iran to have a reason, all right, have a support, okay, so to speak, to get up in there. It says Trump made the comments when asked what evidence Washington had been found to prove Iran was behind the attacks and what the U.S. response would be. The president pointed to the footage of the reported exposed Iranian authorities removing an unexploded mine from one of the evacuated vessels overnight. You saw the boat that night trying to take the mine off, and they successfully took it off, Trump said, adding that Iran didn't want to leave any evidence behind. I guess they didn't know that we have things that can detect in the dark. When pressed on what the U.S. response would be to Iran's alleged attacks, Trump said, "We're going to see, or we're going to see, but we're not going to take it lightly." Because the U.S. is really they're itching. They're itching to have some sort of cause, some sort of backup, some sort of reason, okay, to do something to Iran. Which Iran came out and said it. They said the U.S. is just blaming them, all right, because the U.S. is trying to have a false flag, set up a false flag, all right. Which well, there goes my video now because I used the word, all right. But they're trying to set it up so that they can blame Iran for it and have a reason to do whatever it is they're trying to do. It says after two tankers were attacked near the Straits of Hormuz on Thursday, Trump's Secretary of State Mike Pompeo cited unspecified U.S. intelligence and the type of weapons used in the attacks as evidence of Iranian involvement. It is the assessment of the United States government that the Islamic Republic of Iran is responsible for the attacks, Pompeo said before accusing Iran of attacking quote unquote freedom loving nations. Right. It says Tehran was dismissive, saying the U.S. had resorted to sabotage diplomacy in order to demonize Iran among the international community and to cover up the economic terrorism it was wreaking through its sanctions regime. The incident followed early attacks in May on two Saudi flagged, one Norwegian flagged, and one Emirati flagged tankers off the coast of the UAE. The Emirati-led probe into the May attacks blamed an unidentified state actor. However, Washington has repeatedly blamed Iran. You see, so even if there's evidence pointing otherwise, Washington or Trump, the Trump administration, their go-to is no. It has to be Iran. All right, it has to be them. But let's go into this article here. All right, and I'll get the point. What I was saying. See, it says the Japanese company that owns the Kokuka Courageous tanker has said its crew spotted flying objects before the attack on the Gulf of Oman, contradicting U.S. claims that the vessel was damaged by a naval mine. Okay, because that's the U.S. is saying that's what happened, and Iran was behind it, but they're saying that I mean they saw flying objects, so that doesn't even add up. Okay, um, let me see. I'm gonna just skip around in this article. It says he suggested that those flying objects could have been bullets and called reports of striking a mine false. Both points at which the ship was damaged were above the her waterline, which couldn't be so if it had struck an underwater mine. Um, it says the tanker was carrying petroleum products to Singapore and Thailand when it was attacked while sailing through the Gulf of Oman on Thursday. All 21 crew members had abandoned the ship and were reportedly rescued by an Iranian vessel. While many details of the incident are still shrouded in mystery, the U.S. was quick to blame Iran. Okay. Um, it says here later that day, the U.S. military released a blurry video showing what they claimed were Iranian soldiers removing an unexploded mine, a limpet mine, from the Kokuka Courageous. The poor quality of the video made it especially challenging to independently verify the claims. But what you telling me? All the technology you got, HD, 4K, and all that, you you can't get good footage on this? Oh, okay, all right. Um, mm. Yeah, but basically, uh, here it is. It says here, suspicious doesn't begin to describe what likely transpired this morning, said Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif. As the day progressed, he hit back at the U.S. accusations, saying Washington is trying to set up a false flag attack in order to sabotage diplomacy and cover up their own economic terrorism against Tehran. You see, so yeah, that's basically where we're at now. Okay, there's just more and more things happening, and it's just setting up these nations, all right, for that vortex that's gonna pull other nations into this third world war. Okay, but we're seeing it all come to fruition, man. We're seeing the Lord work. All right, so we'll just keep watching. All right, maintaining in the spirit of prophecy, measuring the times diligently. Okay, and just hastening the day of the Lord, man. Okay, because these are all signs written of in the scriptures. These are all part of the wars and rumors of wars that the Lord prophesied of. Okay, and as prophets, it's our job to look out for these things and to prophesy and speak on them. Okay, so Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.